This is it, kid.
Well, this is the last night. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I won't go. You can't make me. No, I didn't do it. I didn't mean to do it.
Oh, my God. We just started.
I know.
Fourth of Four Nights, Child of the 70s. These are movies that were influential to you as you came of age in the 70s.
Thank you for letting me do them. And I know I took it over, but I really appreciate it.
No, the whole point is that you take it over.
No, I know, but you know.
You didn't take it over. The whole thing, we do it together. I love it. So tonight, you've selected two films that we are going to, we disagree about.
Oh, we sure do. This is the only one that
this is where,
this is a big one.
Yeah, we put both the disagreements here on the same night.
Yeah.
We begin with the musical Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer,
from 1973.
Written by the great Sherman brothers, Richard and Robert Sherman. This is a beautiful score, and I know there's not a lot of great singers in this. Johnny Whitaker really couldn't sing, but it was written for his voice, I feel. I feel like it works, and they wrote the screenplay. Let me tell you something about the Sherman brothers. They worked for Walt Disney. They did Mary Poppins. They did The Jungle Book. They did Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
They're amazing.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
And they were storymen, too. Walt went to them for a lot of advice about structure and story. And Tom Sawyer is a book by Mark Twain, obviously, which I read as a kid. And this sticks very closely to the book. I think it's a tall order to make something like this a musical, and I think it succeeds. It was very well received critically. It was very well received. It did very well.
Produced by Reader's Digest. It felt to me like like you were reading Reader's Digest.
You mean it was abridged?
Like where's the rest of it?
It's all in there, Ben. It's Tom Sawyer. I mean, you know, what do you expect? I know you said to me you wouldn't have picked this if it didn't have an effect on you when you were 13 years old. Maybe that's true, but I watch it today, and I still love this movie. The performances are great. Johnny Whitaker's very good. Jeff East plays Huckleberry Finn. This kid, they found him at an audition. Handsome kid. He went to the audition with a friend of his who was auditioning for it. He had no intention of auditioning. And they found him, and they chose him. And Celeste Holm is the perfect Aunt Polly. And then you got Warren Oates.
Warren Oates always good.
God, he's good in this.
Yeah.
And then Jodie Foster as Becky Thatcher, which is a stroke of genius because Becky Thatcher's always sweet and very feminine.
No, there's a mischief in Becky because it's Jodie.
Yeah, and you know, there's a toughness to her and a charm, and it's played in a completely different way than you've ever seen Becky Thatcher played. But I do love this movie. Okay, go ahead, your turn. Go ahead, rip it apart.
Well, the title song or the first song, what's it called?
Tom Sawyer. The one that Celeste Holmes. Tom Sawyer.
No.
Which one? Oh, the first River Song. The River Song that Charlie Pride sings.
Yes. Charlie Pride.
River runs warm in the summer sun. River runs cold when the summer's done.
I didn't get to where I am by criticizing the Sherman Brothers song, right?
Yes.
But I mean, like, whatever, they can't all be winners, right? I mean, like, the whole song is like, he's only a boy for a little while. And you're like, but it's a long little while. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it, and then it repeats in the end, and the movie...
It's called a reprise.
Yeah, I know.
It's called a reprise.
No, I'm aware...
Ben, a reprise is something that happens.
I know, but it's usually a really good song.
It's a very good song. It's a very moving song.
No, it's not moving.
It is moving.
Unmoved.
A boy's gonna grow. It's a great song.
Yeah, I wasn't into it. And the fact that I didn't pay attention to it was a Reader's Digest production, and I didn't spend a long time in the movie business. It felt like an after-school special. And some after-school specials were okay. And I would say this was an okay after-school special.
I don't think after-school specials have shots, far shots, aerial shots of a boy running through a cornfield with beautiful music playing behind it. Sorry, you made me spill my water.
Well, first of all, yeah, he ran too far. He would get tired. That was too long. That shot was too long. I was like, my God, how long is this kid going to run? Like he's sprinting. He's sprinting. It's not humanly possible.
It's lovely.
So, look, I'm so glad to have seen it. I'm glad to be arguing with you about it.
I also think it was really well directed. I think Don Taylor directed it. He did a great job. Arthur P. Jacobs produced this. Anyway, I tell
you one thing. Look, if you're going to ask, look, I'm one of those people who, has to work a little harder to suspend disbelief during some musicals, when we come out of a story that I'm interested in and then sing. Most of the songs here are like the Tom songs. We don't see him sing. They're just in his head as he's...
Yeah, they're like inner monologues.
Yeah, that's okay. I got no beef with that. Obviously, he's not a great singer.
No,
Johnny Whitaker.
Celeste Holmes was really the only singer,
right, but it's weird that she had a normal musical number. She's, setting the table, and she does a typical musical number.
I will agree with you as far as I was watching it again going, you're singing it, just sing it. I agree with you on that. Or have Celeste Holmes be in her head. And the one with Muff and Johnny Whitaker, the one with Muff and Tom, at least that's sort of, it's festive. It's great.
It's fun.
Number. I love that number. I really do.
All right, so we'll watch the movie.
Yes, let's watch the movie, okay? From 1973 with Celeste Holm, Johnny Whitaker, Warren Oates, Jeff East, Lucille Benson, Jodie Foster. This is Tom Sawyer.
Who knew Hank?
He was the Injun Joe. He was awesome. Scared the hell out of me.
All right, Tom Sawyer.
Well, sorry about that.
Yeah, okay, look, man, I just didn't love it. It's
I know. I just...
Again, it feels like an after-school special. But I probably would have reacted...
It's way too sweeping to be an after-school special.
I was not swept.
I'm talking about the scope of the movie,
I know what you're talking
the cinematography, and, you have some A-plus actors in this. You got Celeste Holm, you got Warren Oates, who's so good, and Jodie Foster. At the beginning of her career, you see it right away, you just go, this girl has charm and spunk and unexpected deliveries of lines in a role that's usually very sweet and very, curtsy-esque. She doesn't do any of that stuff.
So at the TCM Classic Film Festival back in April, I had the privilege of emceeing the ceremony where Jodie Foster got her hand and footprint in front of the old Chinese theater.
Did you talk about Tom Sawyer?
Now the TCL Chinese. I did not, but I talked about 1976. I think she did 5 movies that year, but 4 of them were Freaky Friday, Bugsy Malone, the movie that you introduced me to, the little girl who lives down the lane, and Taxi Driver.
Yep.
Right? And she was 13 when she made those movies. Amazing. And this is 3 years early.
Yes.
Like she'd already figured it out.
She did. Her unexpected, unpredictable delivery coming out of this little blonde girl, it's really very, very special.
You know what question she answered super frankly, which I wasn't even sure I was going to ask her before we did a screening of Silence of the Lambs? That, she had this big success in 1976. She made 5 movies that year, and then we just named 4 of them. And her performances were amazing. And she definitely did some other movies, right, before she did The Accused in 1988. But there was a sense, I said, was there a moment where you thought, hey, I was 13, I was crushing it, right? I mean, I was an actor. I wasn't a kid actor. I was an actor. Is there a moment where you're like, wait, is this actually not going to work out? Right?
Like, is it going to end
right.
sometime?
I've not capitalized on this.
Did she think, what did she
like, yeah, totally.
She did think
where you think, yeah, definitely. And then she did The Accused. And even with The Accused, she wasn't sure. She wasn't going to take the role. She didn't think it was right. She thought she was terrible in the movie.
Oh.
And then she's like, and then I won an Academy Award.
She was magnificent.
And then everything changes. Yeah.
Well, look, her transition from child star to adult star was seamless. Mm-hmm. And it's because she basically gave very adult performances as a kid. And she played some very adult roles. She played a young prostitute in Taxi Driver. In Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, she plays a tough, knowing daughter of a prostitute.
That was before 1976, but after Tom Sawyer.
Yeah. Exactly. Her instincts were incredible.
And that's why, and you mentioned that Becky is this usually sort of timid, curtsying.
Yes.
Right, so Jodie is exactly the kind of actor who would take that and where she basically is, Tom's perfect foil. She wants to be like Tom and Huck.
I think so too. And look, and that's who she was as a young lady and as an adult. That's who she is. That's why she's special. It comes from who she is. She couldn't play it that sweet little curtsying way if she wanted to. This is the way she had to play it because it's who she was. Then you got people like Lucille Benson, who is a great character actress. Yes. She plays the Widow Douglas, and she's so hilarious. And I saw that movie Duel that she was in, that Steven Spielberg directed, which I love that movie.
Dennis Weaver.
Right? Oh, my God. But she plays the gas station lady, and she was in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
She was.
When she was on the train when they robbed it. She is so funny and so good and so odd. And this I love. It's a childhood memory. It still holds up for me. I'm sorry I tortured you with it.
You did not torture me with it.
But,
No, I was not tortured. No, and I knew it was going to be fun. I was like, this is not for me. This is not for me.
Oh, I knew it wasn't going to be. And when I was picking these movies, I really kept you in mind and gave you at least 1 or 2 choices. But I just was like, I've got to do this one.
All right, we're done with Tom Sawyer.
Thank God. Yeah. Okay, we're done.
But we're going to argue about the next movie, too.
I know we are. And I just, this movie had a big impact on me as a child. So from 1976, coming up next, Ode to Billy Joe. Just stay there. Be quiet.
All right.
Next on TCM, Ode to Billy Joe, then Sounder, and later Over the Edge. TCM is on the brink tonight.